Hello, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. And you can see I've got a kitty in the background. In fact, if I could turn the camera up, I've got two kitties in the background. So they are enjoying the fact that the air conditioning is that way and they like to be cool with their fur. Okay, well, I was doing a little bit of reading online today, and I noticed a few interesting things that I thought I would bring to your attention and we'll ask the universe about. It involves the consumer boycott, most recently of Target, but also notably in the recent past, Bud Light. In fact, the two have been so effective that they say the most devastating insult of 2023 is you buy your Bud Light at Target. But I've got a compilation, just a few little items that may be of interest to you. As always, after I share the screen, I just want to remind you that I'll have a link to that Facebook post in the video description box, but you can do those searches yourself. You don't have to rely on me. I don't go anywhere extreme to bring you information. Okay, let me get to this share screen. And I'm sorry, I cut that off. We'll see what I was talking about. 1 second. Okay, so according to DC Drano, did you see this? Associated Press removed their claim of violence being inflicted upon Target employees. We demanded examples and they got caught lying, so they deleted. This is a peaceful boycott to protect our children. Your lies and smears will not stop us. Okay, then it's worth noting that in the first week of the boycott, Target lost $9 billion in 1 week. Now, what's concerning for me is the companies doing this. When you go all the way up the food chain, you get to BlackRock, because I was saying, why in the world would they shoulder such huge losses for a stance that's not good for their bottom line? And BlackRock doesn't care. They're about causing division, and they are the hub and control mechanism of many deep state and all the mainstream. So just worth noting that all roads lead to BlackRock. Okay, and then one of the other hits that Target took, you can see this on the New York Post. A right-wing investment firm dumped Target and added them to the refuse to buy list. Now, let me share with you what I like about this boycott. I like that it's peaceful. I like that people with good family values have drawn a line in the sand. And I like that line. Over and over again, I'm hearing people say what consenting adults do in the privacy of their own bedroom, however they express themselves sexually, is their business. I don't want it shoved in my face. I don't want it shoved in my child's face. I feel the same way. I don't even want to know what my straight friends are doing in their bedroom. That's their business. If they're consenting adults, it's between them and whatever higher power they think might be involved. Okay? It's pretty simple as far as I'm concerned. I feel the same way when people are driving down the street with those huge noise machines blasting any kind of music at all, because they're assuming I want to listen to what they have chosen to listen to. They've removed my right to abstain, to go about my life without having something shoved in my face, whether it's an idea, a soundtrack, I want my choice. I want my choice. And families want their children to have choice. So what I wanted to ask the cards about today. All right. There's been a couple of effective boycotts lately. Bud Light for Anheuser-Busch and Target. And I want the universe to comment on the empowerment of people. because I'm feeling a difference. There have been other boycotts called in the past, Starbucks, Ben and Jerry's, that didn't seem to get a lot of traction. Now they're getting traction. You know, there was someone that was supposed to have had some foresight information about the future, whether it was from intuition, um, a psychic ability, or maybe some connection to looking glass technology. I don't know. But they said that what was going to be seen in these days and times is that people would increasingly learn the power of non-participation. There's nothing violent in non-participation. That's what a boycott is when it's done peacefully. You simply say, I am not spending my dollars there. I'm not spending my time there. I'm not getting that attention and focus other than to say, no, thank you, not for me. We saw the same thing during the pandemic when people slowly took off the face diapers and said, no, thank you, I'm not participating anymore. So I'd like the universe to give us some insights and information. Have we reached that time where people are going to be getting that internal empowerment of non-participation, and what is the future of non-participation for we normal natural humans? So just insights and information about the power of non-participation. And like I said, I'm feeling an energetic difference to this. People know, they know now there's more of us. I'm just one, but I'm part of a larger group, and I say, no, thank you, not for me. I'm feeling a difference. People aren't feeling as alone. Maybe you are in your waking up journey, but not so much in your consumer decisions. So let's see what the universe has to say about that. 1 second. Okay, insights and information about the power of non-participation, which will speak to the future of consumer retail boycotts, financial boycotts, decisions about healthcare, taxation participation, power of non-participation. Have we reached that tipping point? Let's find out. Our first card is the Nine of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups, another two, Two of Swords, the Lovers, a twosome here, even though it's not the second major arcana. Lots of twos. King of Wands, Strength. Let's look at the cards. I'm going to tell you the insights and information that the cards are giving me, and then we'll look at the elements of the cards that led me to make those statements. First of all, it does look like the time is right for this empowerment truly is being felt by people. It's happening with our higher selves. Now, one of the meanings I'm getting from the twos showing up here, these are sometimes about opposing forces when you have twos show up in a read, but they're also sometimes about our higher self and our earthly self. People are getting, as we are, our world is changing and the ascension process continues. We are more in touch with our higher selves. And I believe that that's what's being represented with the twos here. So that's why people are joining in the boycott with some confidence that I don't know what's happening 3 states over, but I just feel like this is going to be effective. I know I'm not alone in saying I'll spend my money elsewhere. I think that that's really fabulous that we're collectively feeling that empowerment. It is extremely concerning to the powers that were, and so sad, too bad. You know, we're going to chip away at that Black Rock Foundation until it falls. We are. our world is changing. They can have some effect on the pace, but not on the result. Period. That's all there is to it. So let's look at some of the elements of the cards that made me feel like, yes, really, we collectively are at this point, and people are ready to hear the information that you're more in touch with your higher self. Okay. Now, the question was indicated by the 9 of Cups. Cups are feelings, okay, our emotions, okay, and the 9 is my card of kind of like 90% satisfaction. That's predominantly what this card comes forward to indicate. A satisfying situation or conclusion is very, very close. Okay. The 4 of Pentacles gives us a little more insight here. By people being careful with their resources, choosing where and how to spend their money. It's not a hateful decision. It's a value affirming decision. And I like that it hasn't been successfully twisted by the mainstream media to be construed as hate actions, because it's not. Saying, do not take my right to choose what to listen to, what to be visually and auditorily assaulted by. Don't take away my rights either. If you want me to protect yours, protect mine. And that's about balance. The 2s are often about balance. Now, there's other balances happening here besides our higher self and our earthly self. And that is the masculine and feminine energy. I've noticed in several of my recent readings, and I've been mentioning it, that it truly is becoming more and more obvious that that is coming into balance. And that is a lot of times what the 2s indicate. Look here, this whole line, the major line here, the recent past, the current, and moving forward, there are 2s involved, whether it's the 2 numerically or the 2 that are shown up in the Lover's card, which is a card of balancing needs and wants. Okay, making a careful consideration of one another so that nobody is out of balance as far as having their needs met or validated. I think that's beautiful. And I feel really confident about that, because as we look forward here in the near future cards, we've got the King of Wands is one of our major insight cards here. He is the king of honor, leadership, and wisdom. He's got really good vision of where he's headed, where he wants to take those he leads. And then also the Strength card showing up. Again, a card of feminine energy and strength. Beautiful. I mean, the Strength card really just kind of says what it is there. There's not any bad way to construe it when you think it's loving kindness, it's love and care. Let's get a few more cards here and see what's going on, because I love the fact that we collectively on an unconscious level are more in touch with ourselves. We're feeling confident about non-participation, and we're slowly embracing that power of it. And it is an unstoppable strategy when used consistently, and it's going to be very effective. We have the Star showing up, another major arcana. Ace of Wands. So yes, 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 yes. We are feeling the power that we have collectively to non-participate, to have our voices be heard, and to not have our opinions be twisted to seem hateful when they're simply saying, value my opinion, my viewpoint too. Don't assault me with this information. And definitely don't assault my children. Now, the Star card is also it's the 17th card in the major arcanas. And it's a nod to the fact that the White Hats and Alliance are monitoring the situation. They're pleased. They're pleased with what's happening to we digital soldiers, those that are awake, we regular ordinary people. They're very pleased and kind of keeping an eye on things. I like that. Now, we've got more power that's within us for non-participation, for peaceful protests, for empowerment that is going to be seen soon. We've harvested some, but look, there's more to come. Absolutely more to come. And another ace showing up saying, yes, indeed. You guys are on the right track. Humanity is embracing some empowerment that they needed to, that should not have been nullified or downplayed. And good for you. Good for you. So let's recap. We asked the universe about the power of non-participation, because we've seen some very effective retail boycotting recently, both of Anheuser-Busch with their Bud Light brand and Target. And I think it's also worth noting with the Target brand, it wasn't just the month of gay pride, which really bothers me as a veteran, that veterans get one day and your sexual orientation and decisions get a month of celebration. Just do it. Don't celebrate it and have parades about it. That's me. That's a Laura's View thing. Oh, Cards affirmed that the power of non-participation is growing. It's empowering people. It's what's going to be hugely effective in making changes to our world moving forward. The power, claiming that personal power, saying, no, thank you. I can honor your choice without celebrating it. I can concede your right to your choice and concede mine not to have your choices tossed in my face. And don't misconstrue my lack of consent to celebrate your choice as anything hate-filled, because it's not. It's not. Okay, so we had some twos showed up that talked again about the balance that's starting to happen in our world between the divine male energy and divine female, that there's a balance coming along here, that we are more connected to. The balance is also coming to our conscious self, and our higher self, which some call just the subconscious, is also coming more into alignment. We're getting more connected with it. And that's one of the reasons, according to what I was seeing here with the cards, that was one of the reasons that people, these retail boycotts have been effective. They're going to continue to be effective, and they're going to be utilized with wisdom and kindness to have people express where their values are, where their heart is. I just also want to note with Target, it wasn't just the pride issue, but they had an openly satanic designer putting design elements on those pride things that had satanic worship symbolism on it. So I think that might be part of that accelerated timeline we're seeing, where because changes are happening and what is coming can't be stopped, they've had to, they being the deep state cabal, has had to accelerate their schemes. And that's kept them from sitting well with people. The slow acculturation that they planned on with their long game planning is no longer in play. So way to go, White Hats. It is helping to wake people up to claim their power and to lovingly express it in beautiful ways and help make some changes in our world. So good for you, people. Good for you. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it very much. And this Wednesday, I wish everybody love and light and all things bright. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.